All right, hopefully I'm doing this right. We'll see. It took me a little bit to figure it out, but it might take a couple tries. But I wanted to do my presentation on Frida Kahlo. I wanted to because I have a lot of Hispanic friends, and I just kind of, whenever I go to their houses, I see artwork from Frida, and their parents, or mostly their mothers, like to talk about her and the things that she's done. Um, but first one is the self-portrait with the thorn necklace and hummingbird. I just thought this one was really powerful and it just really caught my attention as I've seen a lot of her artwork, but this one's kind of different than the rest of them. Um, it's a self-portrait that shows pain, symbolism, and cultural imagery. And you see this a lot with her artwork. It's mostly self-portraits and a lot of cultural and kind of it shows a good representation of the culture and the time period. Um, and she uses neutral tones for her skin and background, um, but then adds a lot of contrast with the black cat or puma or whatever, and the monkey, showing like a lot of contrast. And there's a lot of details in her hair and then the thorns and both those animals as well. And I interpret the thorns as kind of like a sacrifice or pain that she lives with. And um, yeah, and then I think this is super powerful because it expresses emotion without saying words. In her eyes, we always look at people's eyes, and it kind of shows her intensity and the experience she's going through. The next one is the two Fridas. Once again, another self-portrait showing two kind of personalities or two personal conflicts. Um, it shows two versions of Frida sitting side by side, holding hands. One's in more traditional Mexican, and the other one is more European. So this is a very cultural conflict uh, kind of painting, and their hearts are visible, and it adds a single artery that goes between both of them. And this kind of shows kind of a symmetry between the two personalities, her Mexican and European influences. Um, and it might be an emotional struggle because there's separation between those two. Um, but kind of an evaluation of this painting is I find it super fascinating um, that it can be divided yet connected, even though the connection is just through like something small, like the small artery or they're holding hands. Um, and that kind of shows boldness and it's something that's unforgettable. The next one is the broken column and another kind of suffering and self pain portrait, uh, self portrait again. And it's a very symbolic and meaningful painting. Um, Frida paints herself with kind of an open chest, revealing a crack with a column, as we can see, and lots of nails piercing her skin. She uses vertical lines and horizontal lines, which kind of adds a landscape and that kind of that structure with that column. And along with the nails and the tears, the tears is another powerful addition. Uh, this piece represents her lifelong physical pain and kind of looking into her life and what I've learned is after a bus accident, the surgeries she had, she kind of went through a lot of pain. So we can see kind of her pain and problems through her paintings. Um, but one kind of evaluation is I chose this because it's brave and vulnerable. Um, it's hard to kind of admit that you're going through something tough or kind of show how you feel. And she does this very well by showing the nails in the column, and she communicates how she feels in a very honest and human way. Um, but yeah, here's my works cited just to find these couple paintings. Um, yeah, I really enjoyed doing this and seeing her artwork and learning about her life.